Welcome, baseball fans, to the Central Indiana Sports Report for our Wild Card Day 2 reaction. The Red Legs season, sadly, is coming to an end in Los Angeles. But, guys, we have 3 Game 3s tomorrow. Welcome, Michelle Garmon next to me at Stage 22. Will Retherford and Paul Tipton on Riverside. And Paul out there in the desert just sweating it up.
It was an excellent day for baseball. Close games throughout, forcing game threes, all kinds of second guessing of managers' decisions, and all kinds of drama. It was very good. Even the first inning tonight in Los Angeles was excellent. with Kay Oscar putting on a field clinic there.
And looks like there's going to be a lot of drama tomorrow, Will.
Up to this point, I don't know if anybody actually wants to win. This has been the worst situational baseball I've seen in a long time in all of these games. That just baffles me. Some of the managerial decisions, some of the decisions not to attempt to bring runners in. I don't know what has happened to the game the last 10 years, but the concept of hitting behind a runner and putting a ball in play to score a run just seems so foreign to what we've seen. These are low-scoring games. They've been exciting, but boy, does the baseball situationally have to get better in the next round, even for teams that win this series.
It's really sad. The game of baseball, I think, is a beautiful game. Put the ball in play, hit and run, bunt the ball. Home runs are nice, but I'd rather have a team that has all 9 hitters hitting anywhere from 275 to 330 with high on base percentages. You
need to manufacture runs.
With that being said, though, you got to be able to hit for power too, because that is the great equalizer of being able to string together a rally is to be able to just hit the long ball. You get 2 runners on, you can hit a 3-run home run. That's a game changing play. I think that there is a huge issue as far as the hit and run, the bunting, the safety squeeze, sacrifice squeeze. I mean, we talked about it last night. It's just disappointing to see games be lost because of the inability to do things that you learn at the little league level.
Right. That's right. You're professional baseball players. You really got to be able to get that done.
Yeah,
I think Will's right. It was probably overdone at a time where you gave up outs and it was probably killed some rallies. And I think it probably was overdone at times. But man, Paul, so many situations today could have done with some small ball.
Okay, and I was convinced that the Tigers, starting off in the first game, were going to do it, but they had a run taken off the board because, not to disturb Colts fans, but I thought it was the equivalent of not running hard to score a run in the inning when Javi Baez got a hit with the bases loaded, an equivalent to fumbling the ball at the goal line. The guy was looking back at third to see what the play was instead of running hard, and his run did not count. A run that certainly would have been critical to the game. And then they had another chance to bunt a guy in with the perfect guy at the plate, seemed like to me, but he struck out instead.
I think you saw it too in that Padres game. I mean, they get runners on first and second, I believe, in the 7th or 8th inning. They pinch hit for a guy who is known as an incredible bunter. That is the skill that he uses. The Padres, I believe, had the most sacrifice bunts on the entire year across all MLB teams, and he can't get a bunt down. He strikes out. And then all of a sudden it's first and second with 1 out, which is always great to have 3 at-bats with runners in scoring position, but it's like, get the bunt down.
Oh,
The Cubs feinted the wheel play that they were going to run there to try to force an out somewhere, and it just completely scared the Padres into submission, almost to the point. It was managerial 101 as far as Craig Counsell doing that. But it's just get the bunt down and just see what happens. It's not that hard.
I think the Padres come closest to any team that Michelle's talking about that do situational hitting and do get guys over, but that's 2 games in a row where they've not done so well. They should have scored more runs today.
What's Terry Francona's obsession with Austin Hayes, and why does he keep sending him to the plate?
What's his obsession with maybe coaching the worst pitching management game I have ever seen in an elimination game in MLB history? It's
Pretty
just
bad.
been awful. You're going to
We were
leave
talking about it last night.
and you're going to leave Andrew Abbott, and he's wasted now. You did not start what you, Greg, consider to be maybe the Reds' ace. He's not going to throw at all. The bullpen. I mean, this is the strength of the Reds' bullpen, and he brings in just nuts. I mean, Nick Martinez, 4.45 ERA in the regular season, and that's the guy we're going to bring in against this Dodgers lineup. It's just he was slow to take Littell out, and honestly, the Reds earned a loss tonight with their inability to just make the right decision at the right time.
Even if Littell was the right choice, he left him out there 2 batters too long. Everybody in the country could see the Dodgers were peppering the ball all over.
The truth is, the Reds could have brought Mario Soto and Jose Rijo back, and they probably were not beating the Dodgers team.
Yeah, I think that it's kind of Brian Kinney says it best, I believe. The Cubs lost the game in the 4th inning. Like the game was in the 4th inning there when they had the opportunity to pull Littell and potentially bring Lodolo in, like Paul said, 2 batters before he did. Lodolo was warm. He'd been warm in the whole inning. And you're just sitting out there. And then like Lodolo throws 14 pitches and gets through 1 2/3 innings and he doesn't pitch anymore. You bring Nick Martinez. It just makes no sense to me why that is the route you choose to go. But I guess that's why Tito is making the big bucks and I'm sitting here Monday morning quarterbacking him.
I actually think he's not the worst manager today. I think Alex Cora, of all people, was outmanaged by Aaron Boone tonight. I know Greg hates to hear that, but Cora went to his bullpen way too early and left a guy out there who was struggling. Yeah, and in Yankee Stadium, the game was not decided by a home run, but rather a mad dash to the plate. So, have I hijacked the conversation to back to Yankee Stadium inappropriately there?
Not at all.
Okay.
No, we're just kind of going around right now. Yeah, big win for the Yankees. It's I like their chances on Thursday. Yeah,
it's kind of flipped now. The Red Sox are back in a corner, but never count them out. But they're not set up in their pitching department very well. Chapman's rested, but that's about all he can say right now.
How do we feel about the matchup, Cleveland and Detroit tomorrow?
It's a pretty good storyline, whichever way it goes. Cleveland advances past the team that they made up 15 and a half games on, or the Tigers mess it all up and then come back and resurrect at least their chances to continue the season.
Greg, I don't think teams that rest, I don't think there's much of an advantage, to be honest. I think that the Mariners now have lost momentum that they had carrying into the end of the year. You're going to have sat 5 days. I know that they've been playing the simulated games.
Your pitchers is way bigger deal than that.
Go look at the teams that rested the last 3 years and look at their records against teams that played in the wild card series. It's not good.
No, it's not.
The team that plays the wild card series it has the advantage in this iteration of the playoffs. And I think it's just because they're not resting. They're playing ball.
I think you have a good case until last year. I think last year was an exception to that. 2024, you had the Dodgers rested and the Yankees rested.
Clearly the 2 best teams in the leagues, too. I would say that it was probably a collision course there, regardless of what happened. But I guess you see this year, what is the strategy that teams take to prevent that? I think this is a game that Cleveland wins, though. Like this, they just win games like this. They're always kind of just good at being able to manufacture these elimination games and move on. This is kind of new territory for the Tigers. It's not new territory for Cleveland.
Well done, avoiding the G word. I'm proud of you, Will.
I'm getting better. I say that like the Tigers didn't move on last year. Still, I like that you've got a lot of players on that Cleveland team that have been in the postseason. I mean, for some of these guys, potentially their entire career, they've not played in the postseason. So you've got 2 4+ ERA starters going in that game. So I guess who's going to shell out runs quicker would be my guess.
That would be my prediction because the Tigers just aren't hitting anybody. Doesn't seem like Javi Baez is the hottest batter you got up there, and you're making a mistake if you ever throw a strike to him. Seems to me.
Hey, the Cubs are facing a former Cub tomorrow.
Yu Darvish.
Yeah.
I think the Cubs have trouble scoring runs.
Well, shoot, the Cubs only scored 3 runs in 2 games.
Oh, by the way, the Reds have the second most runs in the postseason. Just want to point that out.
They just happen to be playing the team with the most runs.
Yes, apparently when you give up the most by far, that doesn't count for much.
This Cubs-Padres has been – I thought this was the series of all of them that had the chance to be the most high-octane as far as offensive firepower, especially playing at Wrigley Field. It's been pretty advantageous conditions to be hitting in Chicago. I think I'm going to go with Yu Darvish, just being a veteran and figuring out a way to do this. I don't know. The Cubs, it's just a strange lineup construction. PCA has been atrocious. The bottom of their lineup has not produced anything. So
Kyle Tucker doesn't look good, but PCA just looks like he doesn't belong anymore. It's weird. It's really weird.
He's only not struck out in 1 at-bat this whole series. Another thing, too, is I know that the Padres bullpen went – you had both Morejon and Mason Miller go. Morejon went 2 1/3. Mason Miller went an inning and 2/3. I think that are they available tomorrow? That to me would be the biggest question, because if those 2 are available, I don't think the Cubs stand a chance. That bullpen, they are so good.
Unless Yu Darvish has one of those games where he just gives up 3 home runs. Occasionally he throws in a clunker.
By the way, the Reds have the tying run on deck with Will Benson at the plate. So not a lot of hope, but just 1 out in the 8th. It's not quite over yet. The number's only 12 now instead of 14. So.
Well, anyway, we have at least 3 games tomorrow, and all 3 could go either way. I don't think anybody's we can conjecture and you can see a lot of outcomes, but it's really good for baseball to see at some level. Will's right. There's a lot of ineptitude, but when they're equally matched like that, it makes for high drama and interesting. I'm talking now, and all you guys are watching the Reds trying to hold on to that.
That's right.
Hold on to their season.
Yeah, I feel like if you're one of those 4 teams that have rested, though, you're just licking your chops ready. Because I don't think any of these teams have come out, other than the Dodgers, and said, like, we're here to play, like, October baseball.
Yeah, Dodgers-Phillies next, guys.
Yes,
that could be a heck of a series.
It will be, because I think the Dodgers think they're a lot better than they actually are right now.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, they definitely had the easiest matchup, I would say. I don't know. Why is the Phillies Dodgers round 2? I know that it's the seeding, but like that's find out a way to make that the NLCS.
Brewers earned it.
But you could have a Padres-Mariners World Series.
Oh, that'd be awesome. I'd love that. Nothing like staying up till 2:00 in the morning every night to watch that.
It's the entire reason Paul moved to Arizona, so he could watch sports earlier in the day.
I got to tell you, this is the place to be. You never have to stay up till 1 a.m. to get your sports results. I have to tell you, I have two great advantages here. One is geography, and two is I'm retired, so even when the games are early, I don't have to go to work and be distracted.
Baseball all day.
Bring it on.
There's nothing.
Hey, by the way, I don't pay attention to the kids all day at school either. I'm watching baseball too. Don't let Mr. Rutherford know.
I was going to say, there are a lot of teachers that will put those baseball, this time of year, put the baseball games on the TVs in their classrooms. And
only the cool ones. My grandkids don't have any cool teachers this year.
Ah.
None.
The kids in my class definitely don't have any cool teachers.
That's what makes college so nice, is that I don't have anybody to answer to. If I want to turn on the game, guess what? I watched Cardinal spring training games taken in classes. Didn't pay one lick of attention. I just watched the game because I wanted to, and there's nobody to tell me I couldn't.
All right, well, try to hang on to the end of the game.
The Dodgers have some bullpen issues against a team who can keep it close until the late innings.
We'll make our official picks probably on Friday for the next round, but kind of early predictions for Phillies Dodgers.
Paul?
I'll take the Phillies.
I'll take the Phillies.
I'll take the Phillies.
Well, we're screwed because I'm also taking the Phillies. Yeah, I just think they're the better team. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see if the Dodgers decide that they're going to roll with starting pitching. I think that'll make a difference. If they roll with their 4 starters and don't get to the bullpen as early, I think that will make a big difference. The Phillies, they can do whatever the hell they want. That team is absolutely loaded, but they always seem to lay a clunker when it matters the most. They're never able to get the job done. So
I don't think this is that year that happens. I think they're going to roll through this thing, I believe.
We'll see.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Oh, never mind. Bases loaded.
I think we should probably stay on.
Tying run to the plate.
Oh, my goodness. Do they have the tying run at the plate?
And
they're going to do it for a second night in a row.
How about the Dodgers pitchers come into a game that's lopsided and can't throw strikes and walk a bunch of people? It's crazy.
And if Andujar had been more disciplined, it might have walked him too.
Yeah.
Wow.
One thing we talked about last night that I think we are going to see a team that lost or that won game 1 win a series. I think with it the chances 3 times tomorrow, you're going to tell me that the Cubs, Tigers, and Red Sox are all going to win. I don't see that happen. So I think you're going to see that record get broken.
Which is a good record to get broken.
Yeah. Cleveland's winning.
I think so too. Honestly, I really think that every team that lost game 1 might actually have the upper hand now.
Yeah, I do feel like the Cubs had their chance today and let it get away.
I'm still going with the Tigers, but otherwise I agree with you.
Almost no one I'd rather have up in this situation than Friedel. Doesn't have a ton of power, but
just a slap guy.
Mm-hmm.
He might give you 2 runs here.
Well, who's doing the play-by-play here?
I am.
Okay, go ahead.
Ball 2-2-2. Jason Bateman's ugly mug keeps coming up on the.
Why do they insist on showing the crowd only in LA? You don't see the crowd in Cleveland, or even in Chicago. But in LA,
you see them in New York, though.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot
New York and LA, but yeah, that's true.
Can we not use Marty Bird as the guy that we're gonna hang that on? Ozark is an incredible TV show. Jason Bateman can do whatever he wants.
I'm only saying it because he's wearing Dodgers colors. Jason Bateman's fine.
Yeah, he's okay as an actor.
I
Uh-oh.
love that movie Game Night. That was fun. Fun movie.
Okay, Friedel fouls off a tough pitch on the outside corner, but now he's called out on strike 3.
That was a heck of a pitch.
That was a
good
great pitch.
Hey guys, tomorrow can we fly that elf?
Oh my god, it'd be just the highlight of my year.
Thank you so much for listening. We will be back on Thursday night, Friday morning. Please subscribe so you don't miss a single podcast. Thank you. Central Indiana Sports Report is brought to you by TG Media, and I love Susie.